Tension is escalating in Isiophumini Ishieke, Mbeke Autonomous Community, Ebonyi local government area of Ebonyi State, following allegations of unlawful demolition of residential buildings and market stalls reportedly linked to the Deputy Chief Whip of the Senate, Senator Onyekachi Nwebonyi. In a press statement issued on Friday, aggrieved residents disclosed that they have formally petitioned relevant authorities over what they described as threats to lives, forced eviction, and the demolition of homes and shops in connection with Senator Nwebonyi's proposed remodeling of the Nwori Isiophumini Ishieke Market. According to the statement, copies of the petition were addressed to the Governor of Ebonyi State, Ogbonna Nwifuru, the President of the Senate, the Inspector General of Police, the Director General of the Department of State Services and the National Human Rights Commission. The community accused Senator Nwebonyi, currently representing Ebonyi North Senatorial District, of alleged intimidation and issuing directives compelling residents to vacate their ancestral homes in anticipation of demolition. The statement, jointly signed by Hon. Louis Nwangbo, Comrade Ben Nome, Chief Joe Igwe, Engr. Ikechukwu Agah, and Engr. Sunday Nwokum, asserted that residents living around the Nwori Market had been instructed to relinquish their properties under threat of forceful eviction. They further alleged that demolition of residential houses and market shops has commenced without adherence to lawful acquisition procedures. The residents contended that no public notice, compensation framework, court order, or evidence of statutory compliance has been presented to affected property owners. According to the petitioners, the proposed remodeling project has neither undergone transparent community consultation nor been subjected to a comprehensive social and environmental impact assessment. "We are not opposed to development," the statement read, "but we reject any process that undermines constitutional safeguards, threatens livelihoods, and destabilizes communal peace." Citing Sections 43 and 44 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, the residents maintained that citizens' rights to acquire and own immovable property are constitutionally guaranteed. They argued that compulsory acquisition must satisfy strict legal conditions, including lawful authority, overriding public purpose, prompt payment of compensation, and access to judicial redress. They also referenced the Land Use Act of 1978, noting that the revocation of statutory or customary rights of occupancy rests exclusively with the governor and must be exercised in the overriding public interest, subject to proper notice and compensation. The community leaders warned that the alleged actions have generated palpable anxiety, heightening fears of unrest if the situation is not urgently addressed. They expressed concern that forced displacement could cripple small-scale enterprises, uproot families from ancestral homes, and exacerbate prevailing economic hardship. The tension being generated by these actions is capable of disrupting socio-economic stability and triggering avoidable conflict, the statement added. Among their demands, the residents called for an immediate and impartial investigation into the allegations of intimidation, suspension of any demolition or eviction pending lawful review, firm assurances that constitutional and statutory procedures will be strictly observed, possible intervention by the leadership of the National Assembly, deployment of security agencies to maintain public order and facilitation of a transparent stakeholder dialogue involving community representatives and relevant government authorities. In a strongly worded section of the petition, the residents declared their opposition to the proposed remodeling of the Nwori Market, urging that available public funds be redirected toward rural road construction and other critical social infrastructure. They emphasized that the market is government property and not subject to individual appropriation. We will lawfully resist any attempt to dispossess us of our homes or appropriate our lands under the guise of development, thereby compounding our socio-economic hardship, the statement read. While reaffirming their commitment to peace and lawful engagement, the community stressed that no elected official possesses the authority to dispossess citizens of property outside the framework of constitutional and statutory provisions. All efforts made to reach Nwebonyi on the development as of press time were unsuccessful. But when contacted, his special assistant on media and publicity, Romanus Uzor-Ozioko, told Daily Post through WhatsApp to give him 30 minutes to respond to the allegations. He did not do so as of the time of filing this report. Observers noted that the reaction of the Ebonyi state government and relevant federal authorities will be pivotal in de-escalating tensions and preserving stability in the affected community.